Hello and welcome to my D2L course site. My name is Jeannie Anderson and I'm going to give you a tour of my English 102 class for summer of 2014. As you can see, I've got some instructor info. I'd like to continue to develop this block because I think this white space could use a little fixing up, so I'll be working on that. I started my announcements page with a video instruction that allows students to get a tour of the class. And so you can see with the calendar, I've been using checklists to help students keep all their assignments straight. And the checklist function allows you to add things to the calendar so students can look and see the due dates on the left-hand side. The bulk of my redesign this spring or this summer happened in the content area, and you can see the class is set up by weeks for the summer, and students begin by hitting the content for each week. So I used these templates that Tammy Ray gave me to give a more visual appeal to the course. So for every page, we start with just some kind of a welcome or just some information about what we're going to be learning about in a given week. And I follow that with a video that gives a guided tour of the assignments for the week so that students can either read through or they can see the course in action as in a way that I've designed it to be. So you can see this week is a 10-minute video. This is probably a longer video just because we're going through a lot of content this first week. Some weeks are much shorter. Next, I've got a list of learning outcomes so that students can see what's going to be expected of them, and they're bullet pointed so that they're just kind of easy to pinpoint all the goals for the week. Next, I include the readings, and you can see I've added the graphics for each textbook just to again add just a little bit of visual appeal to the course. I feel like the more visually appealing the pages look, the easier they are for students to follow. So I've given a list of chapters for students to read along with the title of each chapter and the page numbers so that they can easily access those readings. And then this section each week is different depending on the material for the week. For the first week, I've got links to all the important documents that I would expect students to review this first week. Of course, the syllabus is on here. The end goal of the course is the argumentative research essay, so there's a link to that assignment. The research proposal assignment is their first major assignment, and then there's an optional research planning worksheet. And so each of these links, instead of a PDF file now, the syllabus is put up on a D2L page. And I didn't want to have a really long page here. So I added, students have like an overview of the week, and then I added links to the different areas where students could like read up about discussion boards and what's expected for the discussion boards, all that criteria, deadlines, instructions. So there's links to each of those sections. Lockers. I use lockers in my class for file sharing for peer review. So here's instructions on how to find those lockers. And then again, every assignment follows that same pattern that we use for the weekly agenda. So I've got a little explanation and then some more specific information about each. And I'm trying to link to other pages when necessary. Like I've got a page on thesis statements and thesis statement examples. So anywhere where I would mention thesis statements, I try to put the link in so that students can get a little extra information about what that entails. And then finally, the assignments are listed with due dates. Because it's a 10-week class, we have due dates twice a week. During the school year, I usually have deadlines once a week. And then here, I have a link to each assignment that they need to turn in. So here are the assignment instructions. And then there's a link to the Dropbox here, and there's another one here. So students will learn these patterns of how the agendas are set, and they'll know what to expect each week. And then finally, each week I'm providing students with a checklist. So if they click on the checklist, they can go through and see, okay, did I explore D2L this week? Did I do the readings? Did I do review the extra materials? So these are like things that they do at any time throughout the week, and then here are the assignments that they have to do. And you could see I was experimenting and found that checklists tell you when you've completed something when you check it off. So you can see that students can follow this and kind of know where they're at within the course throughout the semester each week. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this works. I haven't quite figured out how to check on the checklist, but I'm looking forward to seeing how helpful this is to students. And then there's always a plan ahead to help students start thinking about what's going on next week. And this is particularly important in the summer when the class goes by more quickly. Another thing I implemented new this year were groups. Before, I just had everything in one discussion, and it was brought to my attention that maybe setting up groups would be a better way to go. So I've done that. And another thing I've done is after talking to Stacy Shaw, I've added an Ask the Librarian section to the class. And so every semester moving forward, I'll have a librarian who's available in my class to answer questions. So this is what the discussion boards look like. And so I've really this year been dedicated to cleaning up my classes and making sure that everything is intuitive and linked. So I obviously use the Dropbox for turning in assignments, and this semester I've included these new They Say assignments where students are not just reading the They Say textbook, but they're also applying what they've learned by completing an exercise. And the exercises are great because at least half of them are using information from their source material to respond to a prompt, and then that's something that they can use for their final research paper. So I like to have all of my assignments build towards the research paper so that when students hopefully write their draft, they're saying, oh, this was so easy because of all the other assignments I did leading up to this. And then students can check the grade book for their grades and the class list. That's pretty much D2L. I'm going to be working on my 101 class next for delivery in the fall to kind of set it up after this format. And I'm really hoping that this will be successful for students